welcome back to another episode of Between You and Me. Hope you guys had a nice little break in our week off, but we're back together again today with Mariella.
Hello.
For everyone watching on YouTube, I have my little sister Mariella here, and this is the first time actually that she's been on a podcast episode with me, because it took us a little bit of convincing to get her on here, but
yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, like when I started, it was like 2 years ago. Like you were still a young infant at the time.
I guess you could say
you were still a young child, if anything. So maybe now you've grown into a place where you're ready to be on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, for those of you who don't know, this is Mariella, my younger sister. How old are you?
18.
Sometimes I gotta tell her to hold the mic to her face. I'm 25. Don't like saying that out loud. But
yeah, and some people think that we're twins.
That's a different story. We don't really care about whoever thinks that.
Actually happens quite a lot.
It actually does. It's a bit irritating, but I think it's just because
you should feel flattered. What do you mean?
I think it's just because you look super old. Like
what?
Like an old hag.
That's offensive?
You look like an old hag. That's why. No, but I'm very youthful, I'll admit. I'll throw my hands up. I look very youthful. Anyways, yeah, we get mistaken as twins super often, which is so crazy to me because twins, like, obviously people know we're sisters. Yeah, that one's kind of like, we look pretty similar, but twins is, I think it's dissing to our individuality. Oh my God. And also Mariella's face works for my Face ID.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I know that twins actually do that and sometimes it doesn't work for real twins. I think you look more like me than I look like you.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. We also
don't think your Face ID works on me anymore.
Okay, where's my phone? Let's try it out. Don't let my face like be near the camera to see.
Yeah, it didn't.
Oh, it worked.
No flipping way.
Crazy. That is offensive.
What?
That's offensive that they think I look like you. Oh yeah, and also this has to be the most annoying part of the fact that we look similar is, you know how your phone can pair up like all the faces and like put them into different albums so you have different people in different albums. The album that says me, which is supposed to be photos of myself, have a mixture of me and Mariella. So I can't actually go like and only find pictures of you or only find pictures of me. It's impossible.
It's funny because all the pictures of me in the album are like ugly. So basically,
no, they're not.
You're ugly.
They're cute. The one that shows up as like the icon that says me is a picture from your grad.
Oh,
so you're calling yourself ugly literally from a year ago.
My graduation?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, let's get to the point of the
video.
I was about to say video, but the podcast. I asked all of you guys to ask us questions. They're basically any subject. I wrote specifically things about like being siblings, things about sisterhood, sister lifestyle, things like that. It would have been really nice if our older sister could be here too, but she's not a social media girly, which I understand. And also I have 2 mics, so it kind of worked out. But we do have an older sister. She's 27. And me and our older sister have a bigger age gap with Mariella. She's a little baby. Anyways, so we're going to go through all of these questions and just see where it takes us because there are a bunch of different subjects all around the block of like things to talk about. So let's start off with the first one. Okay? You want to read it out?
Was school hard to you? Being productive, being stressed? Could you share tips that helped you?
Go ahead. Mariella just finished her first year of university.
Well, are we talking about like high school as well?
Yeah, sure. Any kind of school.
To me, I didn't think that high school got hard until like grade 11 and 12.
I think a lot of people would agree.
To think about like what you want to do.
You're so right. I remember the stressful times.
Yeah.
When you start to have to worry about what colleges and universities you want to apply to and stuff like that. That really stressed me out, honestly, at that time frame.
Yeah. Super stressful. And I actually didn't know what I wanted to do until like the very end. So
I think I might have a question in here that's asking you about that, so we'll get into that after, about what you're doing. But in terms of being productive and being stressed, one thing
I still need to figure that one out.
Yeah, so. And you know, something that I tell Mariella a lot is like pre-plan your time, like schedule things down, write things down. And like when it comes to assignments and stuff, the way that I handled it, and I think my school time frame when it came to high school and doing my undergrad, honestly, like, yeah, I was stressed out, but I saw people around me in their programs and stuff like that they were doing, like my friends and stuff, that seemed a lot more stressed than I was. So I think my program was a little on the easier side, but I also am like a really organized person where I don't want to be stressed, so I do stuff in advance, if that makes sense.
So you help your future self.
Yeah, I help my future self because like I will purposefully know, like, if I wait till this day to start, then I'm gonna have to go boom, 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 and then spend the whole day, let's say on a Friday when I know I'm gonna want to go out with my friends or do this. Like, already think like, oh, what if I want to do something that day? Like, let me do my work this day so I can suffer in advance. Then I'll be like chilling on the weekend. Like, you know, things like that. I'm a big planner. So I plan to get stuff done before like the minute deadline. I would try at the very least to get stuff done the day before it was actually due. So if that was my mentality, then if I would like ended up doing a little bit left over on the day that it was due, it wasn't that bad. I didn't leave it all for that day, at least, you know?
You see, I try to do that, but it doesn't really end up working out.
I know, but I think you have a little sprinkle of ADHD.
I think I do too, because it gets like really hard for me to focus sometimes.
Yeah, but that's like an undiagnosed situation. I don't think I have ADHD. I think I don't know. I have some other stuff, just not ADHD.
Got you.
Yeah, but do you have any tips and tricks?
Don't study with your friends, because you're
oh my God,
literally not gonna get anything done.
No, that's actually a really good tip. Unless you have a friend that's so like grind mentality, like so serious.
That is actually true, because I do have one friend that's like that when I'm with her, because she actually used to tutor. So if I ever need help, she's always there.
Yeah, because then they know like what's the best way to study together. Unless you're like studying separately with a friend, I still think that that's a little iffy because you end up yapping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, those are our tips. We're not highly academic people, but I don't know.
Sure want to be.
Have you ever had a bad experience with your friend group? Second question, second part. How did you manage to leave? So I'm assuming this is like...
Wait, what?
In a friend group that you didn't want to be a part of anymore. Like that bad of an experience, so how did you leave it? Or let's say a friend. It doesn't have to be a friend group. Just a specific friend, and how did you manage to leave that friend?
I don't think that's ever really happened to me.
Did you not have a friend that you were just like, okay, no, I don't want to be friends with them anymore? Because like maybe they just...
No, not like a close friend or anything. Like, I don't know. People who aren't like my close friends, I don't even like consider them like actually like friends, because I don't hang out with them and stuff. So like,
true.
I don't know.
Okay. Because I think I've probably been in that scenario a few times, especially when I was younger. I feel like I didn't have that high of standards for my friends when I was like 15, 16, I'm talking like that age range. And there was like specifically a girl that I was friends with who, one thing about me is like, I'm the needy person in any relationship. And if you're needier than me, then you're so annoying. Like you're so annoying to me. Like, I love you guys out there if you're needy. I am too. But that's how I know. Like, if you're needier than me, that's a whole nother level. And like, I've had friends that were like that like were like, can you meet me at the front of the school every single day so we can walk to class together? I don't want to walk to class alone. Like, of course there's reasons behind it. That's like, I don't know, maybe they had a little bit of social anxiety and stuff like that. But it was like, if I couldn't, it would be anger type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, damn, dude, like, I don't want to wait at the front of this school every single day for you, or like wait at the hallway for you, or do this. Because it was really like I was her caretaker almost, on top of like the friendship.
What are you even talking about? Oh, okay.
And also, I feel like she had a little bit of like hater energy. So anyways, fast forward, how I stopped being friends with her, actually, damn, couldn't even tell you. I can't even remember how I was able to slowly let that friendship die off, because that's what happened. It slowly died. And I remember towards the later years, like I was like in grade 11, like this was probably like grade 10, I think. In grade 11, I wasn't friends with her anymore, and I would like go through the halls and I'd see her sometimes. It'd be kind of awkward. And then she transferred schools the year later, so I just never saw her again.
I would say if I stopped being friends with someone, it's because they low-key like dropped me.
Oh no.
But then they eventually regretted it, so it's totally fine.
Yeah, but it's a different situation, right? It's not like you're trying to leave that friend group.
Yeah.
In this situation, it was out of your control, unfortunately.
Yeah, but honestly, definitely for the better.
Definitely for the better. So realistically, if I could give you guys any advice on how to leave a bad friend or friend group, probably the slow way. That's the only way that I've done it. I've never been like, hey, I'm cutting you off, see ya, bye, I'm never going to talk to you again.
Yeah, no.
As a big sister, how has it been seeing Mariella transition to older teen/adulthood? You know what's funny is I have an old camera somewhere. Actually, I think I dropped it earlier. It's behind my dresser over there. But I found an old camera with an old memory card in it. And I watched the footage because I finally got a charger for that camera. And it was little videos of Mariella when she was probably not older than like
6.
Yeah. I was thinking like 6, 7 max, because I was probably like 12, 13. So around that age, because that was when I started YouTube, I was vlogging in those videos. And for some reason, Mariella was also vlogging. No, she wasn't vlogging. She was taking videos of herself singing, but still. And honestly, when I watch those, I just like, it blows my mind that you were like a little kid. And I don't know why. Because like, I feel like you've been like very mature and like, what's the word where you can do stuff for yourself?
Independent?
Sure, yeah, like independent, but also like there's a word like self blah blah blah. Self-proficient maybe, or self-serve? No. Whatever. You guys know what I mean.
Search it up.
No, it's okay. I don't feel like it. But like you've been able to like take care of yourself for a good couple years now, ever since, especially when you started driving, like you just kind of went on your own and you can do your thing now.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like such a almost faint memory of like when you were a kid and like everyone was doing everything for you.
Yeah.
And it's also really a lot more obvious to see our age gap at that time frame.
Yeah. Because
of how like obviously they're two completely different parts of life, being 6 and 12, right? Or like 13, whatever. So I don't know, as Mariella's grown older, it's been a trip, to be honest. It's been crazy, and it makes me like feel
crazy.
It's been literally insane, and it makes me feel like I mourn the little baby, you know. That sounds kind of dramatic, but like I feel sad that like there will never be like a little baby Mariella again.
Well, we got Catalina, so.
I know. And you know what's crazy is when my sister found out, our older sister found out that she was having a baby and it was going to be a girl, like the first thing I thought, it was like, oh my God, it's going to be a little Mariella. There's going to be another Mariella. And I was just so excited, but I don't know.
Also, I never got to experience a baby.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, it's pretty late in your life, but still, because we got to have a little sibling. And having as big of an age gap as we do, like Karina and Mariella's age gap is 9 years, and me and Mariella's age gap is 6 years. So we were like really a lot older and more cognizant of everything that was going on versus like Karina and me. She probably didn't notice a lot of my timeline as a baby because she probably didn't really remember much of it. But yeah, no, it's actually crazy. I have very vivid memories of Mariella throughout her whole childhood, and she was a really funny fucking kid. Like so odd. Like someone like the strangest little girl in the world, and continued to this day.
Like a meme. They used to say, "You're such a meme." I said, "Okay."
Yeah, but you're still a meme, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
You're literally just still a weird girl. And that was like when you came here, like when you were even younger, when we used to live in Switzerland when we were younger, and you were even weirder at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know, like seeing this transition is crazy. Also, the older Mariella gets, the older I feel. So it's a little bit not of a positive thought process, to be honest. Because I'm like, shit, like my sister's old now. But also like kind of keeps me youthful a little bit.
Yeah.
Keeps me young, keeps me in touch with the trends. Honestly, like I'm still like really in touch with everything because I'm on social media all the time, but there's sometimes things that I don't know, and Mariella's like, "But you don't know what that is. You don't know what that is."
Yeah.
And so then I learn it firsthand, and then I say it to my friends, and they're like, "Alex, what is that?" I'm like, "Guys, you don't know what that is. Are you stupid? Are you literally dumb?" Okay, this is a question for both of us. If you guys had to move back to anywhere you've ever lived, which one would you pick?
Definitely Switzerland.
Period. Writing that question, I literally just knew what we were both going to say, because here's our options. We used to live in upstate New York. That's where
No, I choose there.
That's where Mariella lived, not New York City. Or sorry, that's where Mariella was born, not New York City.
That's where Mariella lived, like just by herself.
By herself, she grew up there. Mind you, upstate New York, meaning tiny itty bitty town, suburban, like really not a rich area too. Let's keep that in mind. It was just kind of like run down.
Wait, why don't, like, just for the sake of this, like, why don't you just say New York City? To make the options like a little bit like not as obvious.
Well, no, because we've just never lived there. And even in our time, you know how far Albany is from New York City?
No, I don't.
Me neither, but I can check. Because my point in saying that was that we probably never went to New York City once while we lived there. Like maybe like 2
Really?
times. Yes.
It's only 2 hours.
2 hours and 41 minutes. Yeah, but you would like, we're like 30-40 minutes from the city here. Regardless, we lived in upstate New York. I lived in Montreal, was born there before Mariella came along. So you have one less option than me.
Yeah, I only have 2 options. So
then we have Switzerland, where we both lived, obviously, for 7 years. Then we have here. So yeah, I'm going to go with Switzerland as well.
I'm definitely going to go with Switzerland.
Yeah, because if I could go back anywhere, I would love to be not here.
Yeah, me as well. Honestly, it just looks so much more fun there. Especially growing up there, and then also like having your teenage years there. I feel like, because I never got to experience teenage life there. Mm-hmm. And I would love to experience that.
The teenage life in Europe, probably in general, like Central Europe, I think is a lot more
bougie.
It's a little bougie.
Yeah.
It's a little like chaotic in comparison to like here.
It's a lot more like, I feel like you go outside a lot more there.
You're definitely outside because you literally...
You're outside.
No, but you actually are outside because you literally, like, that's the motives. It's to go here, to go there, to go here. And like when we're a kid here, let's say like in your teenage years, you can't go nowhere unless you got a bike.
No, seriously.
Unless you got a bike.
Go ride your bike to the mall.
Yeah.
Go ride your bike to the nearest McDonald's.
The most depressing part of moving here from Switzerland was I moved here when I was 14. So at the time I was already like going out on the weekends with my friends. I know it sounds kind of young, but it was a very safe city and country, Switzerland. And so we would have like a lot of freedom, and I would take the train, the tram down to the city, like go get food with my friends, go sit in the park, hang out until night, like go drink a little, like things like that, which I'm not condoning, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, I could have also just not drank and still had a good time regardless. In those scenarios. There would be like parties and stuff going on. And then I came here and my friends were like, hey, do you want to go to Boston Pizza? Like, hey, you want to go to Boston Pizza on Friday? I'm like,
wait, what?
Boston Pizza.
Yeah, I know. That's your reaction. Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. No, but I actually feel my heartbreak right now at that time. Like, when I moved here, I'm like, this is the worst place in the world. I'm like, I hate here so much. Keep in mind, like, it's because we're not in the city, you know, we're in like the suburbs, we're in like the big streets and fields and big houses and this and that and like little what's it called, like complexes with different things and stores and whatnot, and very little nature, unfortunately, around us. Like, it's really not a lot of options. So yeah, I've grown a lot more to love it ever since I had the freedom of a car, because now I can go wherever the hell I want.
Yeah, me too.
As soon as I could drive and had a car, it switched the life of living here 360. Also, you start to not care so much about the little things anymore. You realize you can have fun in any scenario you want to.
Yeah.
I also had really annoying friends. Oh my god, I should have brought that up at the beginning. I should have brought that up with the first question. I had the worst group of friends ever when I first moved here. They sucked. They freaking sucked.
Do I even know them?
I don't know, because you know what? Every time I would invite them over, I'm like, hey, you guys want to have a sleepover this weekend? You gotta, sorry, I actually can't. I can't. And I'm like, bro, are you afraid? Like, have you never had a sleepover in your life? I was getting kind of pissed off. I was like,
that's so weird.
Why are you flopping on me every weekend? It sounds like you're kind of afraid to leave your mommy.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's not why they sucked. They were just such haters. Like, they were the biggest haters ever, because they knew that I was kind of like cool. I was just like kind of like a cool girl, like in the cool vibes. And
in the cool vibes.
And in high school, especially in like grade 9, everyone's so mentally struck in on like who's popular, who's not popular. Oh my god. And they had classified themselves as not popular. So they wanted to cling on me for as long as they could, because they had like a feeling. They're like, Alex, you're going to be friends with all the popular girls, like, you know, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh no, I don't really care. Like, I literally like don't care who I'm friends with, bro. And they're like, no, seriously. And then, mind you, like,
seriously.
one week I decided to spend lunch with a different group of friends. They never talked to me again after that.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I can hear Nyla crying.
That's so loser.
Super loser. Next question. Sorry, I keep going on little tangents. Is Nyla crying?
I think so. Really coming.
All right, well, now. I really hope you guys can't hear my cat crying again inside of the room. All right. Were you guys always close?
I'd say so, yes. I'd say so, yes.
I think maybe the one fragmented time when we weren't that close is when I would have my friends over, and then Mariella would open the door and she'd be like, can I please play with you?
What are you talking about? That never happened.
And then I just shut the door in her face. This is even younger than that story that I said of the camera. Like, you were probably 5 during this time frame. Okay, not that much younger.
Yeah, but honestly, I can understand that, because I've had friends where they have like little siblings and they always wanted to like play with us, and I'm like, damn, like, they're mad annoying. They're like so annoying. Like, why are they having a freaking hissy fit? Like, find your own friends, go to the playground, you know?
Go to the playground. Find some people to hang out
with.
No, and you know what's crazy is, like, at least my friends were nice. You're sick, but my friends would be like, why don't we let Mariella come hang out?
I never said that to them.
Yeah, but you were thinking it. But you were thinking it.
Yeah, you never know what your friends were thinking.
No, Margot would always be like, I feel so bad for Mariella. Let's just let her in. I'm like, no, because if we do it now, she's gonna come back every single time. I'm like, you need to train her to not beg anymore.
You think I'm a dog?
No, because you actually were. You're just like our cats that sit at my door and cry. That's exactly what Mariella was like.
Well, because all you want to do when you're a child is play.
No,
and especially
100%.
play with the older ones.
Yeah.
Like, that's so fun.
I was the exact same with Karina, and for me, it's a little bit more embarrassing because I was much older than you when I was doing that. I remember like crying because I'm like, Karina, can I come with you? And then she like runs out of the house with her friend, like literally locks the door on me, and like I hurt my wrists in the process of trying to open the door. I'm like sobbing, and mom's like, why are you crying? Like, grow up. Like, what's wrong with you?
No, but sometimes I would get FOMO if like you were hanging out with some of your friends and doing like something really fun.
Like out of the house type of thing?
Out of the house. Like doing something like outside. Like just having some younger? Fun times. Yeah, like when we're still living in Switzerland.
Yeah. But I mean, you would come along for a lot of the like when we would play in the neighborhood, like you would be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd have like a lot of like neighborhood hangouts with the kids, all the kids that lived in the same neighborhood as us. That was peak time frame of life, honestly.
But yeah, I remember like thinking like when I was a child, like I really wanted to be the same age as like you and Karina.
Aww.
I always wish that. I'm like, I wish I could go out with them. Like, how come?
Oh, is that really cute? That's why I feel like you grew up too fast. You didn't explore your younger ages as much as you should have.
I don't think I grew up too fast, to be honest. Like, I feel like I'm still a child.
A little, like this fast. But in terms of being close, I think
oh, that was a question.
Yeah. Actually, on a real note, the time frame that we weren't as close and I could feel it.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, was when Mariella was literally going through puberty. At that time frame when you first got into high school, before that, Mariella would take any moment of her life to possibly hang out with me. Like literally she would always want to be like in my room, dancing around in my room, like hanging out with me. She would come into my room and be like, can we have a sleepover please, Alex? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, like our rooms are literally right across from each other. We don't need to have a sleepover. We can leave the freaking door open and we can talk to each other.
When did we ever do that?
I thought we did. You would always leave your door open.
When you just close yours.
We used to live in a house that had Jack and Jill bathrooms, and she was in one room and I was in the other. So we were always very intertwined, interconnected. And then we moved into a new house, and this was like the time frame where I noticed like a difference in Mariella's personality, was when she was just became like, I think every teen goes through this, where they're very much more isolated. They start to feel like the world only revolves around them, I think, for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
And I noticed like every time I would want to come into her room, talk to her, do something with her, it'd always be like, no. And she was always in like a really sour mood. And I'm not kidding. Like, it would make me sad. Like, I would go back into my room and like cry.
What?
Did I not tell you that?
No.
Especially if it was like a moment where like I was already emotional. Like if you caught me like right now, like I'm about to start my period and I went into your room and I was like, Mariella, can we do something? You're like, no, get out. I probably would have like gone back and cried.
But you used to do the same thing to me when I was young though.
Yeah.
So honestly, in my head, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, honestly,
in my head, I'm like, touche, bro. Like,
I was probably worse, to be honest.
Yeah, you definitely were, because I 100% used to cry when you used to scold me off.
Yeah, because you were a kiddo. I guess it's just as sad for either person. I mean, Karina had her phase where she was like that too, and I had nowhere to hide because we shared a freaking room and bunk beds. So if I would knock at the lower bunk, hey, Karina, you want to hang out? She'd be like, shut the hell up. Go to bed. Leave me alone.
Well, I can't imagine like sharing a room with someone at that age.
I know, dude. It was, the dynamic was so interesting. I had my own room.
That's so funny.
The dynamic was so interesting because it didn't make sense for our parents to put me with you when we had such a big age gap.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm like,
even though I probably, like, you would probably have the room most of the time. Like,
true.
Probably playing outside, playing with some Barbies.
I know. Downstairs. It's just because our lifestyles were so much more different. Like, at least Karina and I had like similar lifestyles of like, we had to get up for school at the same time, change at the same time, head down to school. Like, I don't know, but that's a different story. Anyways, yeah, I think definitely in our more recent ages, we got closer because now we can actually like relate to things mentally because Mariella's a bit older.
Yeah.
And I think we're exactly where we should be in the closeness level.
No,
like,
honestly,
at different points in life, there's reasons that you're not close because of how big of our age gap is.
Yeah. But I would say that we're pretty close, even like with Karina, like for all of our age gaps.
Yeah.
Like I'd say we're all pretty close.
Yeah, 100%. I think, yeah, and also like I notice other people and their siblings and I'm like, damn, like I'm a lot closer with my sisters.
Yeah. And it's like sad when they're not close.
I know, I find it sad too.
Because it's like you have a sibling for a reason.
I know, that's your built-in best friend.
Yeah.
Anyways, this PSA, go hang out with your siblings, become closer friends with them, please. All right, question, does Mariella depend on you a lot, like asking for advice, help as a younger sister?
Yeah.
There we go. I wanted to see what you were going to say.
If I have any sort of problem, I obviously will tell you. Like, I'll tell all my friends as well, but like, I think I'll value your opinion the most.
And period. Thank you. You know what's funny is I even go to Mariella with my problems too. Even if like she gives me jack shit no advice, which like 40% of the time it'll be nothing.
When you do that, it's because it's like relationship stuff, and I've never experienced that. So what do you expect? Like,
I know, but what I'm saying is like I'll still even come to you, but it's just nice to vent regardless.
Yeah,
you know, like I won't come for advice. Sometimes it'll be just to like get it off my chest. So regardless, it works out for us. But yeah, Mariella comes to me, and not in an annoying way though, because I know there's a lot of people that are like Like they literally can't deal with anything on their own. But I think you come to me in a normal way with like,
I think so as well.
It's not like
it's not like a what should I do, like tell me what to do, like you choose for me.
Yeah, like what do I wear today? I literally don't know what to wear.
Yeah,
like something intense.
It's more of like your opinion would help me choose, you know.
Yeah. Moving on, for Alex, what is it like being a middle child? It's so good. It's so fun. I love it. Honestly, I feel like being the middle child would be cool. Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say I think middle child is superior.
I don't know about superior.
No, like, superior. Because, and it's such a touchy one for the youngers and the olders because they're like, nah, but we get the perks of both being an older sibling and a younger sibling.
Well, yeah.
And we are always like the middle ground, touch ground of the two siblings. So like I'm like the bridge that gaps you and Karina. At least that's the way I see it. So I don't know. I think I'm pretty dope for being the middle sibling. And I always notice that in other siblings, like other 3 sibling duos, is like the middle child will always be that like
glue.
The glue, yeah.
I could see
That's
that.
the way I see it personally. Let me know what you guys think. Middle children out there.
To be honest, like what I've seen is that like the middle child is usually like neglected and like like
Why would
usually
you
don't
say
care
that?
like about the middle child that much.
No,
know?
I run this household, babe. If it weren't for me, you know how bored you guys would be?
I'd make do with it, to be honest.
What the hell? I think I bring so much pizzazz into this family. So much pachow.
Yeah, but everyone brings pizzazz.
I bring the most amount of pizzazz.
This girl always wants to be right. She always wants to be the best. She always wants to, you know.
Yeah, because if I don't fight for myself, who's going to fight for me?
I know, but now it's getting like a little like egotistical, like tone it down, you know?
No, because the middle kids out there will get it. All right, now a question for you. What is it like being the youngest child?
Honestly, I freaking like it.
Do you? But what do you not like about it?
What I said before, I didn't like how
being
we have
neglected,
such like
stupid, dumber than the rest of us.
Just like the age gap between like me and you and me and Karina, like I always wanted to be like the same age as you guys, because there was a time when like you guys would always do stuff together and like you would always go out and I'd be like, oh, like I wish I could come.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was mostly just that. Other than that, I'm pretty chillin'. I'm pretty like vibes.
Also, I just think that has to do with our age gap, because a lot of like youngest siblings might not have to deal with that. Like Dante's a youngest sibling, but he's like 2 years younger than his sister.
Yeah, also I think that youngest siblings are pretty like, they're pretty like fun and they're and just like really funny, goofy in general. I don't think they take stuff so seriously.
The youngest sibling?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, probably because you're babied your whole freaking life.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like I think that the youngest siblings are always like spoiled the most, which I love. So
yeah,
I'm not saying that I am spoiled.
You can say it though if you'd want.
Oh, say it. No, I don't think that I'm like a spoiled brat or anything. I just think
you knew my face was gonna be like this.
I don't think I'm a spoiled brat, because I think a spoiled brat would not be appreciative of everything that they get, you know. But I'd say I'm quite appreciative.
Yeah, like on a scale of like 1 to appreciative,
I'd say
you're like
I'd say
a 5.
I'm very grateful for everything that I'm.
Yeah, you're grateful
with.
now that you think about it, but are you grateful in the moment?
Of course I am. Of course I am.
Are you grateful in the moment when I dropped you off at work today and picked you up? Where's my thanks?
This is your thanks.
You can say the words thank you.
Of course I did.
When?
I think something was brewing in my stomach. I wasn't able to.
Yeah, anyways, youngest child, definitely most annoying though.
What?
No, but actually, I think youngest child is always most annoying. younger child syndrome is when you're just a little bit more annoying than the average person. And I said it. Take it up with Dante. You guys both got some mad similarities.
Yeah, but you're also like mad annoying too.
Yeah, maybe to you, but not to the whole entire family and world. You're annoying. You're annoying to a way grander scheme of people than I am. How has your relationship changed since Karina had her baby? Is it any different?
Like I think me and you?
No, like I guess the sisterhood trio relationship of all of us. I think it's brought us even closer.
Yeah, I think so too.
It almost feels like we have another sister.
Yeah, and also I feel like we're also just like a lot more happier.
So true. Like every time we're together, it's just happiness because there's a literal ball of joy.
Yeah.
That's around us 24/7. Like there's no way you can't be so excited and happy when you see such a precious little baby around you.
And she also brings us together a lot more.
Exactly.
Like we see her a lot more now that she has mini her.
Yeah, we go to Karina's place a lot more often and stuff. Especially because she needs a little bit of help too. We babysit now and then.
Yeah.
And it's also just like nicer to do family things together. Not nicer actually. I guess that's the wrong choice of words, but it's like we have more opportunity now to do like different things. When in the past, like Karina and maybe even us would have like chosen to go like hang out with her friends or do something else on the weekend, like that type of stuff.
Yeah. Also, I feel like I am at a phase in my life now that I appreciate like family outings and all like family stuff a lot more than I used to. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like before it's more like, oh, friends, let's all go out, blah, 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 blah. Let's do something fun.
Yeah.
And now it's like, of course I still like that, but like I still like appreciate family time.
I agree. I also think that family functions and outings and stuff like that is so much more enjoyable than it was before. Like especially when you're younger, it's almost sometimes tedious. You're just like, oh, we have a family dinner, okay.
Yeah, but like now I'll be like, okay, I'll cancel my other plans just so that I can
literally.
Yeah.
So I can do this or whatever. Because it doesn't come, like the older you get, the busier people are. It doesn't come as easy to spend time together. So yeah. What qualities do you guys share / not share personality wise?
I say we share our goofiness. We have the same sense of humor.
Yeah. Was that where you're stopping the list? Was there no more after
same
that?
sense of humor. We also are procrastinators, I'd say.
What the hell? I'm not a procrastinator. Well, it depends what. It depends what. Like, I'm not going to procrastinate my work. I'm going to procrastinate the cleanliness of this room, as you can tell. Like those dead tulips that haven't been taken out yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I procrastinate.
But you still procrastinate. That's still procrastination.
Yeah. Not like important things in my life, though. Like really dire things. I think probably our beautiful.
It says.
Oh yeah.
Personality.
I think probably our. I think we're both like quick. Like we have quick-witted, which I guess is the same as like humor.
Yeah.
I think we have a similar threshold of how far we go with jokes.
Yeah, I think so. So everything just has to do with jokes, huh? And like humor.
Well, it's because we're pretty funny people.
What else?
But I think we're funny to ourselves more.
Yeah, I think so too.
than outside.
Yeah.
Because whenever we're around like one of Mariella's friends or like Dante, for example, like we'll be geeking, like laughing so hard.
They don't even think that we're that funny.
And they're like this. Guys, can we get back to what we were doing? But for us, it's just really funny. Anyways, maybe we should talk about our different... Oh, no, yeah. Actually, it says, what qualities do you share / not share?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I didn't know. I can't think of any more that we share. There's probably a lot more, to be honest.
What are some bad things that we share?
Oh. Laziness.
Yeah.
We both got the lazy bug. And you can't even blame us. I'll throw my hands up in the air. That's from my father.
Yeah, literally.
It's literally from my father.
Literally.
Oh, our attitude.
Oh, yeah. How did we not think of that one?
Yeah, like kind of like we got like some deep rooted attitude at times.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think is worse? I think
No,
you.
I think you, because when your attitude is bad, it's like, whoa. Because, like, I actually, like, I'll have attitude, like, here and there, whatever, you know? Whatever. It's like,
sprinkle here.
it's like pretty common for me to have attitude, but you...
Common? Oh, you mean like mine's worse but less common, but yours is more frequent but not as bad?
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. I actually just had like a moment of intense attitude the other day when I was cooking and like Dante was trying to talk to me and I literally was like, get away from me, stop talking to me. And I reflected on it after. I'm like, what like literally happened to me in that moment? Like I've no idea, bro, because he likes to like always like have a hand near me or like be like really close to me and I'm like, I need some fucking space, bro. Get away from me.
One thing that takes you off, then it's like, okay, attitude mode.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
No, but for me as well.
Yeah, you're right though. Like yours is really subtle, but it's there. Mm-hmm. Like I can always tell. Like the day starts, and I'm like, which Mariella am I gonna get? Am I gonna get the little quiet one who just wants to mind her own business, or am I gonna get the yapper? Like you never know.
Yeah.
So I guess that's another one that we share. We don't share the same emotionalness. I don't think, like outwardly. Like maybe internally, I don't know, but I think I'm a lot more outwardly emotional than you are. Not, or maybe not emotional, sensitive.
Yeah, sensitive. Yeah,
I'm a lot more sensitive. I can also cry a lot easier. Like I was watching my TV show with Dante like yesterday. It was this is like the goofiest TV show. Like it's not even serious. It's like telenovela type of thing. It's called Devious Maids. And there was like one random part where it was like this girl's husband like says, okay, I need to go back to the cartel, like I need to go back to Mexico and go back to the cartel, and I started crying.
What?
I am about to get my period though, but still, like things like that, like little, like sometimes I swear I'm watching my show and like I'll be by myself and I'll have to take a deep breath to like hold in like a tear, and I'm like, it's really weird that I got sad about that. It's really weird.
Yeah, like that stuff doesn't happen.
It never?
No, like
it has to be like really
sometimes serious. Yeah, it has to be like pretty serious in the show for
like
me
mine's
to,
like barely serious. Like it'll be like a precious moment between like a child and a daughter, or sorry, a child and a mother in the show, and I'll be like,
a child and a daughter.
All right, last question. What does Mariella think about your career and what is she studying / planning to pursue?
I actually saw this question and I think your career is pretty cool, actually, and it benefits me as well.
What? What? How does it benefit you?
Well, you get invited to like some events and stuff, and like I like to join. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Cool opportunities.
Yeah, I do bring Mariella with me. It's pretty fun.
And you know, like she gets cool PR as well.
Crazy. It's so materialistic. What you're saying. Okay, cool. I respect it. And what are you planning to pursue?
Well, I would like to go into nursing.
Really?
Honestly, I don't know if I want to do aesthetic nursing anymore. I might want to actually do nursing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know, though. I'm still thinking about that because...
Well, you got time.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Honestly, like, sometimes I think about... Well, I think about it all the time, truly. Like, pursuing, like, a career outside of what I'm doing, and, like, things like nursing and stuff, like, sounds so intriguing to me because one of my friends is, like, about to become a nurse, like, very shortly. And then Mariella getting interested in it, too. I'm like, it's such a secure path.
It is a secure path.
Such a secure path.
When you're in it. I'm not in it yet.
Yeah. But it's such a secure path. Especially, like, obviously, school can be daunting. It's, like, stressful and hard and difficult and stuff like that. So that's not set unless you're a studious person and, like, you're trying to pass all of that. But once you are, then you're set.
Yeah.
Versus my career, not super set, not super secure. But both have their perks and differences.
But you still have a degree, though, so that's...
I do.
At least you
degree.
didn't, like, just completely take out, like, university or college out of your path.
I know, but also my degree's kind of, like, whatever.
Yeah, I know, but it's also, like, a degree, you know? Like, you have a degree.
True. Anyways, that's all the questions we have for today. It's been such a pleasure to speak with you guys, and I really hope my battery doesn't die before I finish this all out. But thanks to Mariella for talking and chit-chatting with us today.
Yes, no problem.
Also, thanks to you guys for asking us these questions. Follow the podcast at Between You and Me Pod on Instagram. Go on YouTube if you're not watching already, at Between You and Me Podcast on YouTube. And of course, you can stream on Spotify and Apple Podcast. All right, guys.
And also, if I did look a little bad in this, it's because Alex forced me against my will to do this.
She actually said, sure, no problem. I'll insert the screenshot right here.
Forced against my freaking will, okay? And I just finished work, too.
Yeah, so that's why.
I woke up at literally 8 a.m., too.
No, you didn't. I heard
your alarm clock I literally woke up at 8:30. Thank you.
Oh my god. She is crazy, guys. Okay, guys. Love you so much. Subscribe to the channel, okay? All right. Bye.